the best time of the week. Time to listen to the Three Brothers. Forget your garlic and your leeks and listen to the Three Brothers. It's fat-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and free from gluten and priestcraft too. If you click this accidentally, stick around. You might learn a thing or two. Chuck on a shirt, tie and shorts, and crack yourself a brew without any further ado. We are coming at you. Three brothers, juxtapositions, and midnight ramblings for sure. Three brothers, don't forget you get what you pay for. Three brothers, so come on down, don't even worry about it anymore. Three brothers.
Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome welcome to our podcast, the Three Bothers podcast, or the Three Brothers, whichever it may be for you. You never know.
Or two brothers and a
welcome.
bother.
Oh, there you go. My name's Topher. This is Ammon. I never know which way to point. And that one over there is Micah. And together we are your favorite or least favorite Brothers. Happy to be here. If you've accidentally clicked this, stick around. You may learn a thing or two, or maybe you won't. But we'd love to know if you did, and please comment if you did, because it would be great. Welcome to our podcast, and happy to have you here. Happy to be here, and let's get straight into things. Hey, how about that? Let me do a little bit of sharing here. Let's follow up.
How did we do from me to you? I wanna follow up.
Nice. All right, so following up. Okay, let's have a look-see.
Let's have a look-see.
Let's have a look-see. All right, so how did we do? The commitment from last week, if you do recall, was this week, make the effort to restore, rescue, rebuke, forgive, etc. someone as Christ restores us. I'm just trying to remember the actual, it was about, should probably always look that up. I can't remember what the actual spiritual thought was now. But that was the commitment. So
about forgiveness, about the steps of forgiveness, steps of repentance.
Yeah. I'll throw it to you guys first.
There's been some people actually in Discord. So this has been a good one, because there's been a couple people in Discord who've actually like reported on this one about how like they were taking the School of Joseph Boys classes and the commitments, and they were finding that basically they're coinciding. So they were like, wow, this actually helped, because like in my being able to, be this type of person, be this kind of peacemaker, taking these classes actually helped do that. So I think that was kind of cool. So
Nice.
I think the biggest problem with this one is honesty. It's still so beautiful about all these things, how they're tied together. Is like the biggest problem with this is honesty still, because people have a hard time being honest and accepting honesty, and so honesty is still just the hardest thing to do, because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You also love people; they're your friends, and so it's like you want to talk to them, you want to do these things, but at the same time you're just really afraid that like by giving them information that they're going to unfriend you. And I think that fear of man is really what holds people back from actually doing this. And it's true. There are cases where like you're trying to restore something, and it doesn't work out. Like there are times, trust me, plenty of times where you knock on a door as a missionary, and it doesn't quite work out. Like it doesn't work out like you kind of hoped it would. But like it still is a learning experience for you. It still shapes you.
It doesn't make it wrong.
It doesn't make it wrong. And so,
Mm,
yeah, it's exactly right. And so I think that this is just it's good. Like it doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but you know that when it does work out, it works out the best way possible. And so
mm,
stop fearing man, start going out there and just be like, "Hey, look, here are the facts. Here's what's going on. We love you. We'd love to have you back. We'd love to have you, doing the Joseph Boys classes. We'd love to have you doing these things." And or whatever it happens to be. And then it's like, "Hey, if it doesn't work out, it's like, well, we love you. But we did the best we could. So yeah, did I do this? Yes, I did this week again. I focused on this, and it might not have had the desired effect that maybe I wanted it to, but absolutely did it. So
mhm. I saw something during the week where a lady who has a very serious medical condition went to a doctor and was trying to explain to the doctor how badly she wanted to fall pregnant. And the doctor went through her medical history and sat her down and was like, I understand you really want to get pregnant, you really want to have children, but I like to be really kind to people and really nice to people. And I think in this instance, being really kind and really nice means being very honest with you. And so I want to be very honest with you and let you know that with your medical condition, it's a complete impossibility for you to have children. It's not going to be on the cards. And I think it's nicer of me to be honest and upfront about it than to make you feel like it could be a possibility somewhere down the road. And it sort of hit her like a ton of bricks, but because he was so honest and upfront about it, it was the way that he was showing care and concern for that person. So um, sometimes, yeah, we don't always like it, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes being kind and being nice is just being upfront with people. So I absolutely agree. And I personally don't have issues with forgiveness of people. Even if people wrong me or whatever, like every now and then, my mind will throw back to a time where I had like an issue with someone, and my first human instinct is to be like, "Oh, I hate," and as soon as I that thought comes across my brain, like, "Oh, I hate that person," I immediately just drop it. I cut it out of my brain. I go, "No, I don't hate them. I just didn't get along. But we just didn't get along. That's fine. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I don't." And I try not to let any of that stuff like poison my mind or my heart or become a thing for me. And it's been a very, very healthy way to live. So forgiveness is not really a thing. I think for me, I'm happy to forgive, but there's a lot of really good stuff here: restoring, rescuing, rebuking, forgiving. And there's been a couple of times this week where there's needed to be some rebuking and and a little bit of rescuing this week, which was good. I don't think it was big enough moments to really tell a story yet, but yeah, some good little opportunities this week to work with some people, which is good. Some friends and some family.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have anyone to forgive because I'm perfect. So
No,
that's easy.
no, no, no. That's because everyone else is perfect.
Everyone else, yeah.
Because
oh
everyone's
crap, I made it
perfect.
backwards.
Everyone's constantly having um, forgive me for being a douche. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
everyone else is having to forgive me constantly, but I don't need to forgive anyone. So, no, but I was just thinking about this as you were talking, and I was thinking, you know what? But like, it's not something I have to deal with very constantly, but in a certain way, we probably all have to deal with it. And I was thinking, like being married, right? You've always got these constant, like micro forgiveness, transactional forgivenesses that you have to go through. At least I do. I'm always like, sorry, sorry, I
No, we
did
don't
this.
know what you're talking about. Why don't you
Yeah,
tell us more
yeah.
about
Just me. It's just me. Yeah, but you know what I mean? So like this actually is a constant little thing that you go through, these little micro transactional sort of like forgiveness things that you go through, restorations and forgivenesses and stuff in a marriage and things and in your family, I guess, in general. Um, but aside from that, like what I have had a lot of is the restoring and the rescuing. There's a lot of that going on for me with my calling and things, people I'm working with in my calling. And yeah, so focusing on a lot of individuals, which is something I've never really done. And again, I like to be brutally honest. I have a very apathetic nature. I find it really hard to like I don't know. I find it hard to care about things unless I really, 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 really like some sort of thing, right? So it's not in my nature to get involved in people's lives and to like whatever, but with my calling, I have to. And it's really interesting to have this mindset change where I am doing that and enjoying it and having some cool experiences because of it. And anyway, it's all heavily revolved around restoration and rescue, and it's essentially helping prospective elders and current elders in the church achieve certain things, and it's quite nice actually. And yeah, but I have to really be mindful of the responsibility that sits on me in my position to actually do that. You know, some like there's no one else to do it. So, you know, in a way, yeah, in a way, I have to act as the savior, sort of, to sort of as a proxy to kind of help these people through certain things. And it's interesting and it's nice and it's hard sometimes. Yeah, anyway, there's a lot of that going on. So
Yeah, very good. Did I tell you guys? I can't remember if I told you last week that we went to the temple with Summer for the first time, my daughter.
you did, yeah, yeah,
Did I mention it on here?
I think so.
Yes,
Because it was.
and you
Oh,
got
I
to do
did.
your grandma.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to think back to the week and if I've done anything interesting. That was the most interesting thing, but it was more than a week ago. So.
Did I tell you about the fact that it was my birthday? Yeah, that was a month
Yeah,
ago.
it
Yeah, man, that
was my birthday a month, literally a month ago.
Man, has it been a month already? Oh my,
It's
what's going
we
on?
we celebrate birthday month. So guys, it was my
Yeah,
birthday.
there it is.
bro, I'm lucky to get a day.
Yeah, but,
Man. No,
I
you
get a
there's
month.
that's a rookie move.
I
Make
do
it a
find
month.
that time dilation is a real thing for me. That like yeah, I do find that. I'm not even joking about that, where it's like it feels like in the past like summers felt like they could last forever and they were the most beautiful thing, and now it's like I blink and I'm like, "Oh, is it winter again?" Like it's like
Yeah,
time dilution is a thing. And so when people say that your life just like, or Jacob, Jacob said, our life passed us by as if it was like a dream, just a fading, a dream memory.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it gets to a certain point in time where it's like all these memories you have as a kid and childhood, and all those pizza parties and video games. Like for some reason, those felt like forever. And now it
Yeah,
seems like you could go through like months of your life, and you're like, what happened in the last couple months? Like
yeah.
it just
yeah,
kind of just
yeah.
And every
blurs
week we have
together.
this like, well, how did we do it? I'm like, I can't remember anything, man. What did I do? Nothing. I don't know. Either I didn't do anything, which is also possible, or it's not
Yeah.
worth remembering, or I don't know.
And
I didn't do anything. That's
what's
possible.
crazy what's crazy is that like you wouldn't know it by looking at us or listening to us, but we're actually all like 40 now. We're all like 40 or above, and you wouldn't know it by maybe looking at us or listening to us. But it's like we've had friends in the Joseph's Boys that have died in their 50s, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that just
crazy.
died. And it's like could I be in the last 10 years of my life? Could this be the last 10 years? And
yeah,
you don't think that. You want to be like, nah, I'll live to be 90 or I'll live to be 80. But it's like, yeah, this could be the last 10 years of my life. And it's like, does it feel like that? Have
Mm,
I accomplished stuff? And I think that I fighting against exactly what Ammon and is or Topher's talking about here with the apathy, like is this is the time to do it because it's like, man, like if I'm not gonna care now, like this could be it, bro.
there could be it could be curtains.
This could be curtains, and this is how I'm gonna be remembered on the way out.
yeah,
So yeah.
So true.
yeah. And
As far as
P.S. I did nothing fun this week. I'm going. You know, I'm in my third week of sickness, man. Like I'm
oh,
pretty
it's
much
still going
almost
on. Darn.
100%. I'm almost better. Like almost like I'm basically better. But it's been the most weirdest dragging on cold I've ever had. Like right now, I could still go. You can hear me. I still cough sometimes, and I can still go blow my nose. And it's been 3 weeks. It's like what the heck?
Yeah,
Brutal.
So I haven't every day. I haven't done anything because I still go to work, and then I come home and I don't do anything because I'm kind of sick. It's like what the heck?
yeah. The sickness is in our house too.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Ashley gets two little vacations a year basically, and they're like a week or two. Like they're not much, and so we're actually in one of them right now for Ashley, and so we've been doing like a ton of work. That's what we do on our vacations here. Is just a bunch of work. Certain jobs that
Workcation.
I don't want to do if she's not here for sure. Like when I'm high up on a ladder or anything like that, it's like, I don't mind, killing myself, but like breaking my back and then laying there for a couple hours before somebody finds me is not one of them. Like that,
Yeah.
just, I want to be quicker than that. And so,
Snap it.
so yeah, a little snap of the fingers sort of thing, but, so we've been doing a lot of that work. We finished the grapes. Finally, we got to them to a point in time. So like got some pictures of that up. We finished the trellises. We finished the wire trellis across the top. It's starting to look pretty darn good. So we finished some of these big projects around here, and we had help with some projects. So we had the Slades come over and actually help put up the new trampoline, and we had Tracy and Nicole help put together some garden boxes for us, which were nice. Some small little garden boxes for us, which was nice. And so we're getting a lot of this stuff. I don't know if either of you have seen the new playground setup that we've built here. It's pretty insane. So I built this like tree fort playground setup, and like yeah, so like there's like you can there's like one, two, three, there's four medium slides off of it, and then there's two like massive big black slides off of it, like big ones, and it's like you know I don't know 10 feet, 10 to 12 feet in the air in the
Wow.
Yeah.
tree, and
It's
so.
actually amazing. Most of the time when people do like a playground or something, it looks really boring. Yours looks like the most fun, actual usable playground I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Everyone loves slides. Who doesn't love 50 million slides nice and high?
Well, and they're all in different spots, so it makes it easier for kids to climb up different spots and go down them, and so yeah, it's been fun, and so we're enjoying it. I'm trying to create a little theme park here, if you will, so the kids can have something to do here. So yeah, a lot of
Yeah, it's
work.
awesome.
I don't think you can see it, which is good. I always end up burning my face up out there, so it's like I always end up getting a little red. So if you look a little red tinge, that's not Zoom. That's my white pasty
Yeah.
getting a little tanner, just a little cleaner skin color there. So
Yeah,
that's what's been going on for.
I went to the zoo all day today actually. So I lied, I did do something. But yeah,
You went to
definitely
the
cost a
zoo
bit
all
of
day and
sun.
you couldn't remember it right now.
No, not worth remembering.
Okay.
You know,
That's
else,
good.
something
Very good.
something else worth mentioning is that I'm not a huge dessert fan person, and I'm definitely not a huge Costco person. But we took a Costco trip, and Costco trips. I don't know if you are familiar in down there in Australia, but Costco trips are basically like theme park trips for my kids.
It is for us too, yeah.
It's
The food
basically a theme
samples,
park.
man. The food
It's
samples.
my kids let the world know how sheltered they are. They're like, look at that toothbrushes, so it's pretty pathetic, but yeah, we found these desserts there that like bar none are the best desserts I've ever had, like in a Costco ever. And they're like these cream cheese Danish things, and yeah, they're like that's happened this week. So if you can afford 750 calories or whatever the heck these things are, dude, go check out the old Danish at Costco. Oh my goodness, like that was. And I'm not a dessert person, so like I ate one of those and I was like, that is the best thing I've ever had at a Costco. So
We have Costco here now, and we've already had it for they had it in Melbourne where Ammon used to live for years and years and years. I don't know how long, but we only just got it in WA in Perth, probably, I don't know, 3 years. How long has it been? Oh, maybe more. Maybe I'm telling
Uh,
you off. Maybe
no,
five. I
no.
don't know. It hasn't been that long.
Maybe
But we
five.
also
Yeah.
don't get, yeah, we also don't get all the same things that they sell in the American Costco's. Like it's all the Kirkland brand stuff. We get all the Kirkland brand stuff, but we don't also get like everything that you guys get.
mhm.
So it's like a cut down subset of probably everything you get. So it probably won't even be in our Costco, unfortunately. But
This one is Kirtland, so this says
okay.
Kirtland on it. So yeah, so if it is there, check it out. Like it's worth dying over
And
at
what's it
least a little
called?
bit.
Danish? Is it
It's
just
yeah, dude. They're just yeah, cream cheese danishes, and you
mm.
pick any two of them is what it was. Like there's like cherry filled ones, there's the cream cheese
Oh, I
ones,
love cherry.
and then dude, and there's
Ooh.
a cream cheese and cherry one, so it like splits it in half.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's stupid. Supposed to say that. It's just like, wow, like this is stupid. Like if you eat that and you're not just like, man, like I am an ungrateful, piece of trash. Like just for how awesome like some of the things is to live today. Like you never
Yeah,
will.
100 years ago, man, they
Yeah.
never would dream of eating some of the stuff we'd get now. It's crazy.
At
I think
Costco.
about that all the time, man. And you know
Yeah.
what I end up coming down to? I'm like, man, people would never know how good actual good food is 1,000 years ago or whatever. And then I think to myself, well, at least they actually had things like meat that they could roast, honey, fruit, because fruit's going to be good whether it's
The
now
raw
or a
stuff.
1,000 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
roast. Actually,
Boy,
they would have eaten some good stuff.
roasted meat just with salt on it is
It's good
just
enough.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Salt, yeah,
Yeah.
smoke, man. That's why
Yeah.
the smoker's still just
Mhm.
awesome. Mm.
Yeah, smoke.
Mm.
So some of them would have ate pretty good back then, but it's you do feel for them, man. They're not eating cherry
Yeah.
pie.
And seafood, by the way. I don't know if you knew this, but in the past, seafood was considered junk food.
Trash.
And so,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
trash. So,
Mm.
like all the lobsters and all the crabs and all that, yeah, that's what the poor people ate.
I still
So,
consider it trash personally, but
I
love
die.
poor people food.
Basically. Oh
I
my
don't mind
gosh.
fish. Like fish is okay. Crab has a place. Um, everything else is overrated. I don't understand why people eat
That's
mussels.
place.
I don't
Oh
know
my
why people eat
gosh.
mussels, clams,
Oh,
oysters.
Best stuff.
Oysters,
Oh,
biggest
you're talking
biggest
dirty
waste
to
of
me. There's
time.
nothing like this
oh my
stuff.
goodness.
Biggest waste of time I've ever heard in my
Oh
life. I
my
don't know why
gosh.
anyone
No
bothers.
waste. No waste at all.
I don't know how me and Topher's palates came out like almost identical, but like it's
Mm.
pretty much right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'll
Like
take
I
the
love
fish.
this
if I
stuff.
go to a restaurant and I order a fish meal, something's gone wrong. I'm not there's something's gone wrong in the Matrix because that's not happening, I tell you. That's not gonna happen. I don't mind fish though, like especially battered fish, like fish and chips. That's delicious. And like a good piece of barramundi or something, like that's delicious, but like I still wouldn't order it over like a steak or anything else. It just wouldn't happen.
I'll have a
Barra.
fish. That's the moment you pull out the gun and you're like, what have you done with Topher?
Yeah, yeah.
When-
There's a
that's
body
when we know.
snatcher.
That's
Yeah,
when we
someone
know.
body snatched me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll have some mussels.
Something's wrong.
All right. Yeah,
But also, like so crayfish, which you guys would call lobster. So it's a similar. I
Yep.
don't think they're exactly the same, but they're very similar sort of thing. I literally, people like. By the way, so people think lobster, right, is like one of the best foods. To me, it's absolutely average, or even less than average. I don't even think it's even worth eating, to be
Because
honest.
how are we
Me-
related?
And it's
Me,
not even
number
good,
one
man.
is-
I don't get it.
Me number one is not even close, and it's chicken. Like it's not even close. Give me chicken wings. Give me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sure. I'll take anything over it. But it also,
Mm.
and I've had to figure this out the hard way over my life because I don't eat it very often. But it does not agree with my body at all. I don't know what it is, but it does not. I
Well,
have a real
that's a
bad
big
time.
that's a big thing. Like, yeah, if
No,
your
but
body
the
freaking
taste,
hates
it's
it.
not a taste. It's not a taste thing though. The taste is irrelevant. And we'll do it with garlic butter and stuff on it, like on the barbecue, and like it should be like. And I'm still like, nah, this is average, man. I'll have a
Here's an
steak
Aussie
instead.
that's like, don't put the shrimp on the barbie. Don't
Don't.
do
I like prawns or shrimp.
Don't.
I don't mind that. I don't mind those, but yeah. Don't put shrimp on the barbie.
Don't.
Don't do it. But you're Australian. Don't.
Oh man, if you want to talk about shrimp for a second or prawns, right? I've spent most of my life hating them because I have this like core memory of a rainy night, rainy, stormy night, and it was actually the night where like our brother, not Ammon, so the brother younger than Ammon, was being born, funnily enough. And I have this memory of rainy, awful night, and my dad sitting at the kitchen table with a big thing of just like cooked prawns, nothing else done to them, just cooked, still in the shell. And prawns, what you call shrimp, I guess, big. shelling them by hand, dipping them in vinegar and then pepper, and eating them. And I just remember the smell of that. That's I was like, prawns, disgusting forevermore to me, disgusting. And it wasn't until I went on my mission, and on my mission I served in Queensland, and in Queensland they eat a lot of prawns, and I was like, oh no. And so then they started giving me prawns, and I I don't know, managed to get a taste for them, and now I don't mind them at all. They're pretty good, especially do anything to them, and they're really good. Batter them or
Ugh.
whatever. But even just cooked in like whatever, they're still just good. But yeah, anyway, funny little side story there for you.
That's what us fathers got to do. We got to implant those core memories of just hatred into our children, randomly not even realizing we're doing it. We just had a miserable day and we're just sitting there eating
Yeah.
our prawns, just like, oh, you're the last thing that bring me happiness in this life. And the kid's like, oh my gosh, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. I'll remember
Yeah,
this for the
to
rest
my
of my
dad,
life.
that was probably a great night. Yeah, my dad
Yeah.
was having a great night. He's having a baby being born. He's eating prawns. He's having a great night. For me, that's like the worst night of my life,
Yeah.
like in my memory. Yeah, that fishy
Well,
smell. Yeah,
that's so true. Oh, being a dad's awesome. That's it. He'll be
yeah,
like,
he's
I
certainly.
don't remember that, but I'm sorry for doing that to you, son.
I'm sorry for ruining you.
I'm sorry for ruining you, eating prawns, crying myself to sleep. Yeah, forever.
Oh, right. Sorry, we're waiting on me, aren't we? Sorry. All right, here we go.
We've got to rent. Yeah, we've got to rent. Oh, it's the rent of the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw this during the week.
You saw the Odyssey.
Yeah, there you go. How did I forget that? I can tell you why I forgot it after the rant.
Okay. So, so man, so here's the rant of the week. This might maybe no one will care about this. Maybe people get mad about this. I don't care. It was so fascinating about the gospel to me is that in fact it just happened again on Sunday. We were sitting there in class and I got ringed in with Joseph from the Joseph's Boys. He was teaching the young men and young women. And asking really good questions, but the kids were answering the typical things like, "Oh, well, we get the Holy Ghost, right? When you do good things, you get the Holy Ghost, you get blessings, you get God." And all the answers were very, very spiritual, like very, very spiritual in nature. And it was like the problem we have is in the gospel is that we make everything spiritual versus temporal, and we don't understand how it's all the same. Like we don't understand. So I asked them, I was like, no, like what's the thing that matters the most to you? And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "No, like anything." And then, I know that one person said mentioned, the teacher mentioned skiing at one point in their life, so skiing, and one of the children was like, "Oh, I love my cat. I love my cat more than anything." And it's like, that is the gospel. Because why are you obedient? Because only through Christ can the things that matter the most to you, including your cat, become eternal. Like that's all that like that's it. And so and you can kind of start to see like some of the kids like they're like, "Oh, like oh, so it's not just like these spiritual things. Like, do you like ice cream? That's your favorite thing in the world is having ice cream. Well, that is only eternal in the gospel. That it's temporary. Everything else is transitory. The reason why you're obedient is because if you're not obedient, he's the guy that's going to make all these things possible, right? So we have a really hard time with this. We have a hard time understanding how like the gospel is the answer to everything. It's not just the answer to like these spiritual things, right? It's the answer to everything. And so I will ask these questions and and I will study these things and people know when I'm on my lawnmower, I love thinking about these things and I will have these things that I will ponder and think about. And then all of a sudden I will have these moments of just like edification where the Holy Ghost will hit me with these things and my eyes will be open and I'll be like, that is why this is the way that it is. What like why is single motherhood the way it is? Like why is this happening? And then you'll get these big aha moments, in the gospel, and you'll be like, oh my, this is it. This is the answer. Well, I had one of those moments again this week, and it was with the Odyssey, and it wasn't. I haven't seen the movie yet, but it was with people's reaction to the movie, and the reaction that I kept hearing was what, and people's justification was this. Well, this stuff you don't like, this thing in it that you don't like, it only makes up about 30 minutes of the movie. It makes up less than 30 minutes of a 3-hour movie. It's just a small part of it. You can't use this small part to destroy the whole thing. You can't say that because this is bad that the whole thing is bad. You can't do that. And so we're gonna love this. And then the other thing that obviously the other thing that comes up is people will say things like, "Well, I just go to be entertained. I'm just going there to entertain, and so I don't care about this stuff. I quote unquote don't care about this stuff." And all of a sudden, I'm thinking like, why is it that this attitude continues to crop up? Why is this the way that it is? And all of a sudden, it hit me. All of a sudden, these scriptures started coming to my mind. All of a sudden, these things are coming together. This is why the overwhelming majority of people will not be exalted. This one lie from Satan, the eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. Yea, lie a little, take advantage of one because of his sins. The idea that the little bit doesn't matter. That I can, so long as I'm 90% of me is good, that little 5%, it has no bearing whatsoever on anything. Just so long as I got this thing. And why? Many are called, few are chosen. Why are they not chosen? Because their hearts are set too much upon the things of this world that they can't. And so what do we typically think? We'll typically think, oh, it's because they can't give up these big things. That's completely wrong. Those are the people that are in the world. They're not those that are even called. Why are the called not chosen? It's because they can't give up the 5%. That's why they're not called, or why they're not chosen. The other people aren't even called. Like, do you not understand the difference in that? Like the reason why. So we think like, oh, many are called for which. Well, it's because they have their mansions. Oh, it's because they do all these big things and they can't give up the world in these huge things. No. That's why the overwhelming majority of the world is telestial. What is causing the called, the terrestrial, the lower degrees of the celestial kingdom? What is the thing that's holding them back? Their hearts are set too much upon the things of the world. They can't just give up that 5%. They just can't give it up. And so we say these things like, oh, well, there was 30 minutes of this really awful messaging, really awful stuff taking place in the movie, but the rest is really good. And so we're willing to swallow the poison in order to get the entertainment part of our lives. We're willing to say, well, we got to do these things, but we have this thing here. And that is literally what's costing us our exaltation. That is it. That is the one thing that is single-handedly getting all of us, on this verge to fall. Because we don't, first and foremost, we don't think we're called to make that sacrifice. And secondly, because we think it's not that big of a deal. This is the self-justification and the self-rationalization that's used, and that Satan's used for thousands of years and used for thousands of years to get us to do this, which Nephi saw. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. Yea, lie a little. God will justify committing a little sin. Yea, take advantage of one because of his words, right? Like, do a little bit. And if it so be that we're guilty, it's fine. God will beat us with a few stripes. At last we'll be saved in the kingdom of God. That is the abominable lie. That is the great thing that's killing us. And here, the two things that I'd end here with is that if you're listening to this and you're like, and you're saying to yourself, no, I don't have to give up these things. It's not that big a deal. Like, I can continue to do these things and love these things and do this, and I'll still be exalted. If that is your reaction, if these are some of the words that you're thinking, then not figuratively, you are literally who Nephi saw in vision in 2 Nephi 28, 7 through 12. Like, you're literally them. President Nelson said, you, brothers and sisters, are who Nephi saw in vision, making it clear that the time fulfillment for these things is happening right now. And so if you're the one that's saying these things, if you're justifying these things in your life with this justification, then you are literally who Nephi saw in vision. That's insane to me. And the last thing I would say about this is that you need to realize is that it's part of that same thing. Satan gets you with this little thing, and it eventually turns into strong cords, which he binds you forever. It's that flaxen. Oh, it's not that big a deal. Oh, it feels good until it's strong cords forever. We get a little bit more of that idea or that visual in Moses chapter 7 when it zooms out further and you see Satan, or there's a vision of Satan, and his strong cords are binding the earth, and Satan and his angels look up and they laugh. They laugh. They think it's hilarious that we are so dumb that we will lose our exaltation over such a small lie. And once again, there's one other quote that kind of goes into this. Somebody talked to President Gordon B. Hinckley once, or Gordon B. Hinckley was sharing the story of a bishop. He wasn't the bishop, so Gordon B. Hinckley was sharing the story of a woman that went to a bishop, and she said, "Bishop, surely you aren't going to let a single cup of coffee keep me from the temple." And the bishop responded, "Surely you're not going to let a cup of coffee keep you from the Lord and the temple." It's a perspective thing. And what this is the one end of the perspective. Surely this 5 minutes, surely this 30 minutes, surely this little thing isn't going to keep me from exaltation. That is Satan's lie. And when you buy into it, he laughs at you. He laughs at you. The opposite is true. Surely you're not going to let that 30 minutes keep you from exaltation. That's actually the question. That's actually the thing that we're deciding right now, is that are we going to make ourselves chosen? Are we going to actually do this? And it just, this, hearing this breaks my heart. It breaks my, and once again, you like Coke? God bless you. This isn't a pro Odysseus move, or the Odyssey thing. Like, I don't care. If you want to love Coke, this isn't a rant against the movie. It's against this rationalization that we make, that we're willing to sacrifice everything because of that little bit, but we rationalize it as, oh, we shouldn't be willing to sacrifice this 95 because of this 5. And it's backwards. It's completely backwards. We are salt that it's lost its savor through dilution. That's what we have become.
Yeah, good point.
Love it.
Now, how was the movie?
Well, I had to go for it was funny, it was actually a work thing that I had to go to. And I thought, well, it's probably wouldn't have paid to see it, but because work had us go, then it is what it is. And to be completely honest, I expected way more, and it was a massive disappointment to me. I mean, it was a movie, and at the end of the day, a movie is some form of entertainment, and so you can't hate that, you were entertained. But I hated the majority of the acting. I hated the casting. I hated the storytelling. Didn't think there was very good music. I didn't think it was edgy enough for the content. I didn't think it was exciting enough. I thought the battle scenes were some of the crappiest I've ever seen. I thought like Agamemnon should have had some aura and didn't have any. Odysseus, I thought he was boring. There was no, as far as I could tell, there was no heroes in it. Like there was no well, who's Brad Pitt's character out of Troy again?
Achilles.
Achilles. There was no Achilles. There's no Ajax. There's no excitement. Even the parts of the story that you already know about the Odyssey, like the Cyclops or the the other like metal giants that they fight and all that sort of stuff. It was all uninteresting. All uninteresting. Like just not very good all around. And maybe I'm a massive critic because I actually like that kind of stuff. I like ancient Greek, ancient Roman, ancient history. I mean, heck, this is a podcast on religion, and most of the time we're talking about events from the Old Testament and maybe the New Testament, and time periods in which they had similar battles and similar warfare and similar civilizations and stuff like that. And so I expected more, and I thought it was a massive waste of time. So
I think
there you go.
that your who you are and your love of these things put you in a better place to be a judge of it, actually. But my wife was like, "Hey, do you want to go see this?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to go." Because like we do, like because we all, we have two families living here together, so we can often go out on date nights, or we can go out together and see things. And if someone wants to stay home and look after the kids, and everyone else can go, and they're like, "Oh, should we all go see the Odyssey?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm not. I don't want to. I literally don't want to give money towards it. Like I don't even like. I'm just not interested. But also, I'm not. I don't want it to have my money.
Yeah.
So I'm not going. I don't care.
For those that are willing to hold out, I did hear on the grapevine Elon Musk said something like, before
Mel
the
Gibson.
year ends, was it Mel Gibson?
Yeah, he offered to give Mel Gibson $100 million to make a historically accurate
Oh,
adaptation
that'd be
of
awesome.
this.
A Mel Gibson version of that would literally blow my mind.
Yeah, I
His-
like
would-
Mel.
It would make billions, unfortunately.
Oh.
Like it would.
Oh, yeah, it would do numbers. There's no doubt in my mind. Like, and that's the craziest thing. I'm sorry to talk about this movie, but Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors, and he completely flopped here. Absolute flop for a Christopher Nolan. Flop city.
He's made some of the
And people are
craziest
going to watch this and not
movies
believe me,
ever.
but
Mm.
literally,
what's-
this was the worst.
What's important to note here is that, like, as part of this is that it's always reversed. It's always reversed. So Satan will get you to focus on the 90%. Well, here's Christopher Nolan. Here's awesome scores or whatever he does well. Here's 5% of deconstruction of Ephraim history. Here's 5% of like DEI. Here's 5% of like LGBTQ plus, right? And but don't focus on that poison pill you're swallowing. Don't focus on that. Just focus on the 95. And then what does he do on the other flip side? Same thing. Here's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is this wonderful organization. Do we focus on the 99.9% things it does well? No. Focus on this one thing over here, this 1% that isn't even the church collectively. It's something bad a member did. Focus on that and then broad stroke the entire church. Why is that? I'm sorry. Why are we doing this? That was just a member doing something stupid. Why are we taking this member and being able to say, well, if a member's doing this, then this broad stroke the entire church is bad. But
Yeah, whole church.
whole church. And that's what Satan will do. And he'll do it with you too, brothers and sisters. He'll do it to you too. He'll look at you and say, if you're a good person, he won't focus on the good. He won't go focus on the good and say, hey, you know what? You're not as good a father as you think you are. He's not going to focus on the things that he thinks you're good at. He's going to focus on that 1% that you are actually struggling with. And he's going to say, see, because of this, you're trash. You're not worth anything. And he's going to and then he's going to try to broad stroke the rest of you on that. Versus, hey, maybe we can work on this. Maybe we can work on this one thing and get rid of it. He's going to get you to focus on that and make you feel bad. Right. And the same thing he does with other people, like people that are in homosexual relations and doing really, really horrendous sexual sin. What's he going to do? Don't focus on that. That's not a big deal. Don't let them judge you on that. You're a good person. Look at this other 95% of what you're doing. This is all good stuff. You're a good person. Now, why is that? He's trying to tell you you're a good person to keep you from doing the bad sin. And the other person, he's trying to get you to focus on the bad thing that you do so that you don't fix that too. So that you don't realize how close you are of getting through. And so there's this fixation. It's really important. It's really important. It's how he gets us. It's how we get ourselves.
Another good point. Yeah.
So
Solid rant. Bit of nice learning in there.
if my rants get bad enough, Amina Tofa will be like, you know what? I'll do the rant next week. So it's good. I try to make it bad. I'll make it bad enough that finally
These are good rants.
I got this.
Well, you're failing at the moment.
Oh, darn. All right.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Comment of the week. Yeah, la, yay.
Who did that? Yay! I don't remember who did that.
I don't know. I can't remember
That's so
either.
funny. Oh, again.
That must have done
Lie.
it. Did it make it up itself, or was that
No, a lot of
something you
that stuff they
copied?
heard.
A lot of it's like because there was three of us, and we were all interjecting bits as I'm singing. You guys were like doing your own little bits, and then this what the AI took and like tried to make a song. So it could be anything. Yeah.
Sounds cool.
All right. All right. One of you two want to read this?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I can do it. Comment of the week. I was a part. Should I? We're not. This is a anonymous comment.
Yes.
A commenter. Okay. I was part of a group chat with about 25 guys or so in my stake. It mostly geared towards emergency preparedness, food storage, etc. Of course, when the shooting at the church in Michigan happened, someone asked about the church's policy on carrying concealed. For those in Australia, we're talking about carrying a firearm. All the excuses were made, scriptures from the Book of Mormon and quotes from Brigham Young shared on why we should just carry concealed, and it wasn't a big deal, and how the prophet or apostles probably didn't even write that specific policy. I finally said something along the lines of, you have to make this decision for yourself. Following the prophet includes church policy. Please consider the spiritual consequences for not doing so. Then I was asked not to make the group chat too spiritual. A day or two later, I was removed from the chat. We really love our guns and the idea that they will save us. And in brackets, and yes, I do own guns myself. Haha. Close quote.
That's classic.
It's a great comment and
That's
a
classic.
very familiar situation. Very familiar. It's never
Yes.
popular to go against the grain, is it?
Mm. So I can understand, obviously, like now, so to frame it a little, in Australia, as everyone probably knows, it's very hard to own a gun here in general. We have very, like, probably comparatively to America, I don't think we have to worry about gun violence very often at all. It's so rare. If someone robs a 7-Eleven here, it's with a knife. It's that kind of, like, very rarely is a gun involved in anything. There is sometimes stuff, but it's just probably on such a small scale compared to America. So it's a very different sort of mindset for us here. But you guys have guns, and again, I'm pro gun, right? I'm pro gun, just so we're clear. But you guys are going to have and have had things like the Michigan shooting and bits and pieces. And so I can imagine fully everyone going, you know what? We need to carry guns to defend ourselves. This needs to be, this is the solution here, right? And so I'm not sure if it doesn't really state it here, but I'm assuming church policy is saying you can't do that. Is that what it's?
Yeah, the churches are gun-free zones.
Yeah, which again also makes sense, right? So, but what this comes down to is, do you put your trust in the gun or do you put your trust in the Lord? And I think the answer is obvious as to which one we should be doing. But also, I can understand from a logical man point of view why you would go, you know what, I'm going to carry a gun. I want to defend my family. I want to defend my church if I have to, especially maybe in Michigan where this stuff happened. Like, I know there was the one in Michigan. Wasn't there another one as well shortly after? And I feel like there was two.
Could have been.
One was obviously Michigan, and there was one somewhere else. And I think maybe it wasn't Michigan as well. But
yeah,
and then
there
when
was.
you start getting.
There was one in Utah but it was like the shooting up of the funeral that took place. So there was a funeral of the.
Oh, that's
and it was
right.
but it was funny. It was like it was a member. Their son died in a gang-related thing. Their son, Samoan or Polynesian, was clearly gang, and he died in this gang thing. And the mom had the funeral at the church, and the gang showed up at the funeral because they knew that some of the other gang members there and shot it up. So it wasn't so much a shooting of the church as it was they brought the gang into the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have the consistency happening, and I can fully imagine it. Like, you go, I need to do something about this to protect myself. But also the church policy, so I think the answer is clear again, what you need to do, what you should do. And it is classic, this guy, whoever this is, sounds like a good guy. He's basically suggesting here
I believe
that
this is a bishop. I can't remember. But one of these, so it's hard because we have to hide their identity in some cases because they're currently in callings. But
yeah, well, anyway, kudos to him. for saying, consider the spiritual consequences for not following church policy. It's the same as, follow the prophet or not. At the end of the day, it's the same. It basically ties back to the same thing. And so kudos to him. And again, kind of back to the follow up for the week. You risk losing friends. You risk being kicked out of group chats. Like we've talked about it many times, man. I've been kicked out of so many Facebook groups and things for stances I've taken on certain things over the years. It's crazy. So anyway, kudos to this guy. I think he's on the right end of it. He's got the right idea. And yeah, guns may play a role in saving us, but also if the church is like, hey, let's keep guns out of here, I think you're right.
And I totally agree with you on that. I understand the macho. I understand you want to protect your family. I also understand well, it's my responsibility to protect my family. Therefore, okay. Like I completely understand all that. My biggest issue with it is one, people self-justifying that they're still following the prophet and they're still following the policy. Like that's not true. You're saying that protecting my family is more important than church policy and following the prophet in this instance. Okay, you're wrong, but like at least I understand that. What I don't understand and what I won't accept is men or people saying this is all about responsibility, but they only want responsibility on one end. And here's the thing. Here's what I mean by that is that if you take a gun into a gun-free zone and you get caught, you should not get upset when the full effect of the law and consequence comes down on your head. You shouldn't fight it. You shouldn't, because you accept the responsibility. You're the one that said, well, it's on me. Okay, then it's on you. You don't get the responsibility on both ends. You don't get to say, oh, I am responsible, so therefore I'm going to take this risky action. No. It's like going to war and be like, I take the responsibility to defend my family, but I will not die. It's like, I think you missed something there. You could die. That's the whole point. Like, you've weighed the risks and you've decided that this action is worth it. Okay. But if you're like, no, I've weighed the risks and I'm going to do it, but there shouldn't be any consequences to me, you're just a coward. There is no responsibility. You're just a coward. And at this point in time, the gun is just what makes you feel powerful. That's all it is. There's clearly no spiritual power in you. Clearly. So at this point in time, it's just a facade. At this point in time, you're just a sniveling coward that doesn't want to face consequences, so you're just using the gun to protect you. But if you're the kind of guy that says, no, no, totally. If I get caught, I will get fined. I could go to jail. Fine, and I'm completely okay with that. Then I'm like, okay, God bless you. At least you're a man. At least you're equal on both sides. So that's my only position on it. And also know that like if I find out that you're breaking the law, I'm gonna call the cops on you. So it's like, just so you know, I'm not gonna get involved in that secret combination. So if you want to break the law or you want to break church policy around me, and if I see that you're carrying a gun, I'm gonna call the cops on you. So because your safety and you breaking church policy shouldn't overrule my family. Because see, I don't know how efficient you are with that gun, and you could try to
how
be
dangerous.
or how dangerous you
Personally.
are. And so some guy could come in with a gun and you could just be shooting bullets from your family towards him, and I could be in the crossfire. So you could be protecting your family, but putting my family at risk with your gun. I don't know that. Right? So I understand your position, understand my position as well, that you want to probably hide this information from me because I will report you.
There's also the part they're missing is that we need to put our trust in the Lord to protect our families, rather than let the Lord protect. And also, if you want to do something about it, then increase your spirituality, increase your trust and faith in the Lord to make sure He looks after your family. You know what I mean? Like instead, you're kind of taking the most base way out of it is bringing a gun. Like
That's right.
let the Lord protect you, mate. I mean, we've got so many examples in the Book of Mormon where He does.
And unfortunately, we've got examples where He lets the people die for a reason, so that His judgments may come upon the wicked. So, like, it's, yep. So,
Physical
tell you
death
what, though.
is not the worst thing that can happen.
That's right. I'll tell you what, dying at church, man,
Yeah, well,
man, you go to
So
God
that's
and
the
you're
free
like,
ticket, isn't it?
hey God, look, buddy, I am not a great look at all those bad, but look where I died. Like,
it's like
yes,
they say, dying on a mission. You know, dying while
yeah,
serving a full-time mission. I don't think you can die in a better place.
yes, yeah.
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 That's
If it's more
sad, but
important
man,
how you finish your life than how you start it, then it'd be tough to say you did better than dying in a chapel
worshiping, yeah,
worshiping. Yeah.
there are worse
Um,
ways to go. That's
Joseph Smith, we mentioned
a
this.
martyr.
I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Joseph Smith had that great quote about being willing to stand alone in a principle, even if
Hmm.
he's literally the only person. And I feel like this commenter had that little moment with these 25 guys in his stake. He's like, okay, everyone's saying they're going to carry guns and we should carry guns and break church policy. Well, guys, I think we should keep church policy because that's how we show that we're following the Lord and his appointed servants and the policies that they put in place. Bow, bow. He was willing to stand alone and
Get out
he
of
paid the
here.
price. And President Nelson also said, sometimes in being a follower of truth and being willing to stand for truth, you are going to lose friends. And this
Yeah,
dude is willing to literally put his money where his mouth is. So congratulations to you
Old,
for being the man, whoever you
old
are,
money mouth.
anonymous
Yeah.
commenter.
but
Oh,
remember,
Well done.
mouthful of money.
don't get too spiritual.
Keep it physical, guys. Come on.
To get to, jeez, in a, in a in a thing full of members of the church.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
too
yeah.
spiritual on us. We're talking about church stuff, but
We're
keep
talking
the
about church.
spiritual out.
Let's not talk about church here.
Let's just
And
keep
whatever you
discussing
do,
guns.
whatever you do, don't break it down. Don't just.
Unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. Not a unfamiliar experience though,
Nope.
dear anonymous commenter. Something I think most decent members of the church are very familiar with. You can't find people to talk about the church or about spiritual things with, even with those in the church. And when you
Yep.
do talk about those things, it's a battle uphill because they don't agree. And three, most of them are going to have absolutely, how do I say it? Apostate thoughts on things that shouldn't be apostate. And you're going to have to decide whether or not you're going to stand for what you know is true and probably lose them as friends, or you're going to have to shut your mouth and just let them run with it. And that's probably not the way to be. Sometimes being nice, being kind is being honest. Stop the
Amen.
train wreck. Stop the bleeding.
All right.
Doesn't
we've
this
had the
blood look
comment.
nice?
No, it doesn't. Let's stop this, please.
We're gonna wrap that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hate me all you want. I'm gonna save your life now.
Yeah. Yep.
Right, we've had the comment of the week now. The question.
Questions. Baby's got a question. Have you got a question? Well, here's a place to get it answered. It's the question of the week.
Yeah. All right. So last week, I don't know if you remember, but Ammon asked us a question. He asked us a question about the stipends. He was curious about that. This week, we thought we'd even this out, and we bring you a question from Topher. And now this question is a little bit more intellectual, if you will. It's a little. We're gonna just to position this against Ammon's question from last week. We're gonna if you so this might blow your mind. I'm sorry. This is a little bit over the top. So anyway, Topher asks, "Why are you gay?" Uh, that's
I
the
can't believe
question.
you actually put that in there. That's so
That's the
funny.
question from. So Jake here comments on our video here. Jake 8882, because unfortunately this name was taken 8,881 times before. So Mr. Originality here says the following: an, another channel where a Mormon aka LDS, following people do the stuff that makes them peculiar. So Mormon. And Topher asked the question, why are you gay?
I don't even understand the question that he asked. I don't even understand the statement that he made. Like, what are you even saying here? What are you talking about? Another channel where a Mormon following people do the stuff that makes them peculiar. Yes, we do the stuff. We do the stuff here. Mormon stuff. Very peculiar. I don't understand what you're telling me.
I think
Why
the
are you
unfortunate
gay?
thing about this, the really unfortunate thing about this is I can guarantee Jake 8882 doesn't actually watch, so there's no way he's going to see us address this unless someone tags them or whatever. It'd be great to hear from Jake 8882 again. We'd love to hear, why are you gay? Nah,
Really,
I mean,
the only one who can answer this question is him.
I mean, really, I'd like him to explain
What he's gonna say.
the hilarious attempt at a hate comment. But most importantly, I want him to answer, why are you gay?
Why are you?
You are gay.
You are gay.
Yeah,
So
that's
why are you gay?
And hopefully everyone knows that I guess you'd call it a meme, that little clip
It's a
of
meme.
that African news guy that asks that question. You know, that was the thought that popped into my head when he said this. I was like, I don't even understand what this guy's talking about, man.
Here's Jake. He is this. His name is this, and he is on the show now. Why are you
So
gay?
Jake. Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Who
yeah,
says I'm gay? You are
Who's-
gay.
You are gay. That's pretty much what happened here. Like, I don't understand this. So, like, so I guess we're being accused of being Latter-day Saint. Yes, I don't think we hide that. And we're doing stuff that makes us peculiar. I sure hope so. That was, I don't know why you put that in quotes. Like, that's a bad thing. Like, quoting Paul and other, like, I don't know why this is a bad thing. And so we're trying to be a good, peculiar people, and that's so Mormon. Good.
Is
I'm
what
glad-
we're doing peculiar? How is this peculiar? Having just talking about
life
Yeah.
and spiritual thing. I don't know, but anyway. So I'm glad we're taking back Mormon as a positive because this doesn't seem like an insult at all. Like I love this. Thank you. Those Mormons being peculiar Christians again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
Thanks.
positive comment, Jake.
That's
8882. We appreciate it.
yeah.
And I'm sure everybody who knows us obviously knows this, but if you don't know us, we're being silly.
This is silly.
Clearly,
We're joking.
the guy's not gay, and it is a meme, and it's hilarious. We just thought that this comment was funny, and we joked about it during the week, so we thought we'd share that. But Jake 8882, if you're still around, we want you to tell us, why are you gay? If you could do that, that would be great.
Ammon did have an asterisk to this too. He had a couple other questions, which was, did you stick around and did you learn a thing or two?
Yeah.
That was also,
Yeah.
because clearly you clicked this by
maybe.
accident, so you're the person we're looking for. So, like, but did you stick around long enough to, like, get to that point?
Because that is the funny thing, is how would anyone click this by accident? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Is this coming up in people's YouTube recommendations? Like, I can't imagine it does,
And how is it peculiar? How is it peculiar? Like, it seems like there's nothing, seems like other people do things very similar to this. But I don't know. You rock, Jake. We love you.
Yeah, love you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
That was a cracker. We enjoyed that during the week.
Apparently,
the positive,
the year of your birth was also taken, which is disappointing. But anyway, better luck next time, buddy. Usually it's Jake 2006, but all right. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we had to go with 888. God bless you, Jake.
Get your news anchor hats on.
Oh, the favorite time of the week.
Channel Free Brothers for this week's headlines. With your anchors
Topher, Micah, and Evan. Get your week's headlines. Channel 3. Yeah.
And that's shockingly good, dude. Like
That was
that.
so good.
It's my favorite, easily.
It is. It's so good. Like, oh my goodness. It's so good. And it sounds so professional. It's amazing that that was the first thing that you said, too. Channel 3, brother. Oh, good.
All right, who's doing this? Am I doing this or?
Sure.
I'll do it, yeah. Okay. All right. This week's headlines. We report, you decide. Stay informed, question everything, laugh anyway. Okay, three brothers, here we go. Number one, Michigan. Michigan braces for wow, okay. Michigan braces for explosive diarrhea outbreak. Good, that's good. Maybe we should all be growing our own lettuce. Diarrhea warning. Proceed at your own risk. So, okay, I don't know the news article, but I'm assuming there was a contaminated batch of lettuce.
Lettuce.
Yes.
It's a lot, apparently.
Wow.
So it's apparently all over the US, but like Michigan's got it like really, really bad. And and yeah, it's a virus, and primarily is we're getting this thing from lettuce. And
It's
yeah,
a virus.
a virus. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
virus. And
I thought maybe it
yeah.
was just they didn't wash the lettuce. They didn't wash the lettuce good enough or something.
No, it
Wow.
is a full-blown virus. And so like yeah, even my my mother texted me and was like, "Oh my goodness, there's this virus in
On the
Michigan."
toilet?
Like, yeah, I'm on the toilet, yeah. There's this
Yeah, yeah.
virus going to Michigan, like, "Oh my goodness, stay safe." And I responded to my mother and I was like, "It's just an explosive diarrhea. Like, don't threaten me with a good time." Like, like
It sounds like a
It
regular
can't- it
Tuesday
can't
to
hurt.
me.
It can't hurt me more than I hurt myself.
it can't do any more than I'm already doing to myself. That's so true. Ah.
So is it a gastro kind of deal? Like you get a gastro
Yeah. Yeah, and
thing,
apparently,
does it just pass or is it like
yes,
actually
apparently, yeah. So like people aren't like dying from it, I don't think.
okay?
But I mean, other than maybe old people that get dehydrated, I'm sure like there may be case or pre-existing conditions or whatever. But people are actually saying that this is not just like diarrhea. Apparently, this is like they actually do describe it as explosive diarrhea, which is just this is hilarious. Like, oh my gosh, like I almost want to try this out now. Like, what do you mean by explosive? Like, consider my curiosity piqued. Let's
That's crazy.
We're going on a lettuce diet here now, folks. So yeah, but
That's crazy, man.
unfortunately, folks, I can't report firsthand on, and I haven't got it yet, or at least I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he hasn't got
Maybe.
it yet.
Maybe
Yeah,
yet.
do you grow your own lettuce? Here's the question: do you grow your own lettuce?
No.
Or do you buy it? 'Cause-
Not yet.
Yeah,
No, we buy
okay.
it. No.
You grow all sorts of things, but you don't grow lettuce. So you're
We're ready.
either
You're
going
at
to
the
go get some
mercy
or
of-
avoid salads for a while. Yeah,
So
that's crazy. I vaguely recall that we had something here years ago with a very similar thing. It wouldn't have been on the same scale, but I do recall there's been product recalls over here for similar things. But I didn't know it wasn't a virus though. But you want a crazy one? Just quick side tangent. You know the craziest one we ever had here? Someone working in a strawberry farm for some reason was putting pins in the strawberries. And they had to do a massive recall on all the strawberries that you'd buy from this certain farm because a angry worker who didn't get paid or something put pins in the strawberries so that you'd bite into it and get a pin in your mouth. What a weird thing that was. But yeah, it was a real one. And so they had to recall like just tons of strawberries. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. good
imagine
times. It
the,
was
the
strange.
vengeance and the time you'd invest in something so stupid.
Yeah.
The,
Packing
the
strawberries
damage
just-
that stuff like that causes is difficult to quantify as well. I
And
mean,
the
it just
thing
takes
is-
someone to even say that something like that has happened, and it will cost the company
Yeah.
just untold millions.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't even think that the person put that many pins in the strawberries, but it only takes one to get found. And then you're like, oh man, there's pins in these strawberries.
Yeah.
Recall. Yeah. This person worked here and here at this time and whatever. All those strawberries now.
That's so
Anyway,
sad.
Crazy. Anyway, side tangent there. That's the craziest one we've ever had. Okay.
The
Don't get
Needler.
diarrhea, people. Don't get
Neither.
diarrhea if you can avoid it. Unless you want explosive, then that's on you.
Unless
I
you
mean,
need the clean out. Unless you need your
Unless
pipes
you
cleaned
want-
and
yeah. It's
go
one
to
way
a
to try and lose some
lettuce
weight,
party.
I guess. Yeah.
Like I live my
People are
life.
having all these fat people are having lettuce parties. So
Let's do this.
that
Yeah,
Lettuce
all these poor
parties.
people who are like trying to start diets. Oh, that'd be terrible. I'm finally gonna
Uh,
change my life around. I'm gonna do it. Oh, why? God,
nearly
help
kill
me.
someone. Never again. Never again.
I'll never
Never eat
again.
salad again.
Back to the chips.
That's funny.
That's terrible.
Good luck. Good luck to everyone. Yep. Okay. Number 2, Maine Senate candidate claims he has a monthly period through his rectum. Oh my goodness. I wish I didn't read this. I
Have
wish I'd
ears.
never seen this.
I wish I didn't have
Oh
ears.
man. I
wish
wish
I
I had
didn't
not
have-
known
Dude,
this.
it's worse.
Doctors,
Dude,
biologists, and common sense unanimously request a timeout. It's just science, people. Man, that is crazy. Does the person look like the
Just
image?
like
I don't-
this. Just
Oh,
like
no.
this. Just like this. And dude, the freaking debate, if you have not seen clips of it, it's like right up there with when people think of Haiti banana and the Haiti banana, the Haiti,
Oh, the
and the banana
rice.
pudding and the banana rice. It's just as hilarious as that. Like, it's like, this cannot be real. Like, who
'Cause there's-
put this person there in
Yes,
this situation?
That's the scary part because here's the thing. It's one thing to like have a weird liberal stance and go, men can have periods, right? Because you can say that because you can actually be talking about trans men who are women and there's technical things, right? Where you can get around that. But if this guy actually thinks this is actually happening, then he's actually lost the actual plot, right? He's actually off the reservation. He's actually cooked.
He is
And,
way off the plot.
So that this is beyond like that. I think the first part, like saying men can have periods in general, is insane in the first instance. This guy's taken it to another level, and now this guy's actually should be certified crazy. And what's going on here, man? Like, we've let the nut house into the politics. The nut house, they've opened the gates, and the nutters have run straight to politics. Apparently,
Dude, apparently the
take
debate
up
would have
all-
been even funnier if Topher was there. He would have been like, What is this nutta doing?"
the problem is
yeah,
everyone has
but
to
he was trying to be
everyone has to
serious.
placate and go,
Yes,
"Oh,
yes.
let him have his opinion. Let him have it." It's like, no, come on, man. Like, when do you
And
draw the
then-
line
that's
with
what
insanity?
That's what was
Like,
happening. The person was standing there just like, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Just let. And dude, like, this was just one of the things. Like, they asked this individual, like, what qualifies you for this? And I kid you not, it was like basically like, well, I like coloring books, and I, like, seriously, it was like so dumb. And it's like, it's not fake. It's not like this person trying to be funny. It's like, this person is genuinely like 80 IQ. And it's like, how did they allow this individual up there? Like, this is
because
like,
these people have teams often, right? They're
This is
not like
abuse.
in a vacuum by themselves. They got a team. They got people trying to put them in and trying to get people to vote for them. Like, if you vote for this person, you're part of the problem, actually. But you're crazy.
anyway,
That's
if you haven't
wild,
seen this
man.
clip, you should go see.
I'll have to look at it.
It's crazy. Like, you're like,
Oh,
this
I
can't
don't
be
even.
real.
I can't even. It's gonna hurt me just to watch it. Ugh. I can't
my
believe
goodness.
some of the stuff that happens. It's crazy.
And
man.
the reaction of the guy with them, the reaction of the person running as well, just being like, is this real? This cannot be real. This is my life. this is kind of what us Christians have to deal with, though, isn't it? It's like, we basically just have to be like, yeah, I have to pretend like this is just not total insanity. And I have, because if I do, I'm a bigot. I'm the problem. Like, I'm the nasty one. So I have to just like swallow this. This is okay.
You know what the silver lining is? I hope, anyway, this is the silver lining, that this dude is not clever enough to hide his crazy. Because
he's
if he
not.
was
No,
more,
he's not.
because if he was more clever, he could have been maybe, quite persuasive during the debate and have presented really well, despite the fact that it's a man cosplaying a woman, and gotten through it to a point where it might have piqued the interest of a majority of people to vote for them. But, thank goodness, actually, the low IQ Timu fake woman that this guy is has made himself come undone here because he's such a low intelligence individual that the majority should watch this and go, oh, that's a massive joke. I would never vote for that person. Even people who might be sympathetic to minorities or people that cosplay as the opposite sex or whatever, they might have voted that way simply because that's their politics or that's their sympathy or that's their whatever. But because they will hopefully see that he's so low intelligence, it wouldn't make sense to even vote for them in a position like this. So hopefully the silver lining here is that person is so genuinely retarded that they've excluded themselves from getting anywhere near a position of power.
Why
So
do we have to
I'm
say
hoping-
why do we have to say hopefully? Like, what is wrong with this
That's the
world?
crazy. That
Oh
is
my
the crazy.
gosh.
Right there.
Hopefully.
I
Oh my
found the video, so I'll have to watch that after. And it looks exactly as the image shows, actually. Yeah,
As described.
as described. Oh,
Absolute
boy.
baddie.
We live in a crazy time, people. Imagine anyone tolerating this 100 years ago. Never happened.
Wouldn't there'd be a lynching. It wouldn't be
Legit. It'd be death. There'd be death happening. People would be
death on
lynching
the
and
cards.
hanging,
Yeah.
and it'd just be crazy.
And
All
we're not
right,
calling
anyway.
for that. We're just stating that
Yeah,
times have
just-
changed.
Yeah, we just submit to the nuts now.
We
man.
just want to be
Anyway.
able to say it's nuts. That's it. Can we? That's what.
Yeah, can we not be
without
real
being
and just
called a
say, hey,
monster?
maybe you're crazy? Yeah.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
that's it.
calling it as we see it. We deliver, we report, you decide.
You decide and laugh anyway. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, schools introduce robot teacher, formerly a sex robot. Oh, good. Parents relieved to know algebra is still optional. Don't forget to recharge your calculator. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but that's crazy.
So,
Is it
yeah.
actually like?
So there's they're introducing in the school this robot that's going to help with teaching and going to answer questions and blah 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 blah. And it turns out that this robot is a sex doll. Like, it's bought from, so they basically just shoved this teaching robot thing in the sex doll. And what I want to know though is like the teacher parent conference that happened, in which one guy in the back's like, "Hey, that's Shannon." I mean, I think that might be a sex doll. Like, what idiot outed himself? I mean, it was like that. I recognize that doll. That's a sex doll. Like, what dad did that? But like, and by the way, this picture, that's what she looks like too. Like, that is
Yeah.
literally, yeah, like what this
I feel like I've
teacher looks like.
seen news about like that looks like similar. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's her. But yeah, so the new teachers are still coming like this. They're still coming, I don't know, hot. I don't know what you say to this. But yeah, so watch if you have not want to homeschool, you don't want to homeschool your kids, they soon might be taught by sex robots. That's where
This
we're
is
headed.
yeah,
folks.
now's the time to get them out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
This is it's like this can't be real. Like, every week we am doing this. Like, there's so many of these things that's like this can't be real. This is my life. Like, this is so hilarious. Like, there's no way that who did this get past? How many people did this get past that it was like, yeah, I don't think anyone who's gonna have an issue with a sex doll being turned into like the teacher for the kids? Like, who's gonna how many people did this get past to like them be like, yeah, I think this will work. I think this will work, folks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We need a couple more men around to be like,
Yes. That's the problem is like these school boards seem to be just as insane as some of these other things, and it's like these people are in charge of our kids, man. Some of
And
the
you don't
books
think
they
it's-
put in the libraries and stuff, it's like, what the heck?
you have to either be completely incompetent, which means they shouldn't be doing it, or they have to be doing this for nefarious reasons. Maybe there is nefarious reasons to start getting children to find robots attractive young. There's nefarious reasons. They're just screwing up your kids. And and I don't know, take your pick. Are they just incompetent, or is this by design? And Either case, get your kids out if you can, man.
I feel like we give them the benefit of the doubt too much. Do you know what I mean? Like we automatically go, no, they're not, they don't have nefarious reasons. But like it seems like aren't we constantly seeing these weird things happen to our kids at school things and but we're constantly like, ah, no, surely not. Surely they've got our kids' best interests at heart. But it's like
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't think that's the case anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and why do you constantly find pedophiles working in schools and pedophiles working in daycares and all? You know, like
And
it's
these
like
drag shows, yeah.
yeah, and the drag shows
100%.
happening to get. It's like, man, like I think maybe we need to stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know,
Yeah, I would
and
agree.
there should be distrust first, not trust. It should be the opposite way around.
No,
Prove to
this
me
could
that
be
you're actually
not
yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Number 4, poll reveals men and women prioritize very different issues. And man, that is absolutely true. I think we probably know this, but absolutely true. Survey confirms the culture war has entered the group chat. So I don't know what this is specifically talking about, but I've seen this discussed many times, and this is why. Well, I can let you explain the story if you want, but this is why a lot
Read
of
the
women
one down the
lean.
women.
We're coming. The number 5.
Read this. What the
Oh,
poll
on
found
the
over
okay.
here.
This is what they prioritize, or this is what they
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is what it was. Yeah.
so kill babies. Yeah, okay, terrible way to explain it. Feelings, yeah, more killing babies, being victims, and killing babies, but harder. Yeah. So, but this is why. So women lean liberal, like often by default, because they're very concerned about preservation of self, preservation of family, preservation of and feelings and the way things feel. Whereas men are like, this doesn't make sense, right? So protect, provide, blah blah blah. The things that like will keep us safe and provided for and okay. Whereas women are more like feelings and da 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 da. But I don't know what the news article was talking about. But they did a poll, I guess, or what?
So this was one of these major polls, and it was on the youth, so Gen Z and lower, and so it's on the youth, and we keep hearing this thing that like, oh, this is the most conservative young generation of all time, and what they're failing to tell you is that like that's true for men. It's the most conservative group of men that we've ever had before, but this is the most liberal group of women that we've ever had, and it's by even bigger margins, so it doesn't matter. And so they asked the youth like what the Gen Z and what are the biggest issues for your voting coming up? Like what are the issues? And men, it was pretty nuanced. Number one was economy, but it wasn't like it wasn't like 90%. Like it was like maybe 50%, right? And then immigration was like 20% and like this is kind of how it boiled down. Women, the number one issue was their right to kill babies, and it was not even close. Like it was like
It was
80%.
crazy, man.
Like
It was
so yeah,
crazy.
the women more than anything right now want the ability to kill their kids. Like that's their number one issue voting moving forward is that. Like that's it. And so and it's
Yeah.
not even close. It's
Wow.
not even close. So it's kill babies. And like what about the immigration? What about the economy? Man, no. Don't care about any of that stuff at all. Like basically it's just non-existent down at the bottom. People that even mentioned it. So men are much more nuanced, much more, and women it's just I want to be able to murder babies, and that's it. That's the number one issue I have.
The madhouse, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
America right now.
I could
Melts the brain.
keep going on about it. Yeah, we know it's crazy. I don't know. That's sad though, and insane.
Maybe
All
the comment
right.
of the week next week will be from Danny, in which she responded to this and said reason number, and this is a female reason number whatever on why women shouldn't vote. That was her response to this. Reason
I
number
love a
blank.
good woke, let's call it woke conservative woman, man, who understands the insanity on with this stuff. Like I appreciate that. Okay. Number 5, here we go. Last one. Woman charged with assaulting young boy. Media reminds everyone that double standards are safest when applied equally. I did hear about this one, and it is insane. And it's I'm not sure what the actual like opinion is on the lady or the backlash or what she actually had happened to her. But again, you put this here, if the genders were reversed, this would be a national crisis. Yeah, like you can't like imagine if it was a man who did this, it'd be absolutely insane. But I don't know. I'm not sure what has happened to her, but it's like one of the most insane cases I think ever. But it's a woman, so
So generally speaking,
probably
what happened?
I think my wife told me about this. I think she saw the news article and told me about it, and I think I saw a post about it as well. But I think she was a babysitter or a nurse or not a nurse, a nanny or something for a family, and she had done unspeakable things with a young boy, and then oh, that's right, she borrowed a phone. There's something about a phone. So she borrowed a phone from a friend, and then she was a nanny or a babysitter for this family. And then she had to give the phone back to this person that she borrowed the phone from. I'm hoping this is the right story. And the lady, and she didn't lock the phone or whatever, she gave it back, and the lady could still get into it. And she had left all this stuff on the phone. And she's like, what the heck? So she handed the phone into the police. And then they found all these other things that she had done. So then yeah, so she had done something to this young boy for this family, but then also she had been like having baths with like infants and stuff with another family, like doing really, really crazy weird things with young boys. Really, really crazy weird things. So like, and then so if you flip that around, if it was a man doing any of this, like it would be like, hang him now, So I'm not sure what the actual repercussions or the opinion on this lady is, but it's insane what she did.
And they always will do this too. They'll always pick the absolute most flattering picture of the woman, this sexual predator woman.
Yeah.
Whereas the
Every
man's like
time.
this.
Yeah, it's always the man. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they'll literally get a bat and beat him for a bit, and
Yeah.
then be like, say cheese. Oh!
Whereas she's all
You know?
got makeup on and she looks like
Yeah.
all like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why are we doing this? This is crazy. And by the way, this is exactly why we don't know to this day, we don't know that women are actually higher perpetrators on these things than men. Because we just want to believe that men or more perpetrator on this, but we hear about the men's grossness is intrusive, while women's stuff is like this weird stuff in a bat, like it's stuff like this, so we don't hear about it as much. It doesn't seem for some reason we don't take it as serious. So 10 women can do this, we don't hear about it. One man goes crazy and does this, and it's like it's national news, and so we don't realize it. And so when a girl, even if she looked like this, is like, hey, I'll babysit your kids, we don't care, we don't think twice. Like we just
Yeah.
don't think twice. But like
Yeah.
and
What's the
it's
worst
like,
can happen?
what's the worst that can
Yeah.
happen? And it's like there's a much higher chance you get a male babysitter, you get a female babysitter. There's a much higher chance that there's a problem with the female than the male. Much higher chance. And but same thing with nursing, right? It's like you do realize that like the men that go into these things understand the stigma. They understand the stigma, but they're still doing it. So like it's like they have to be really, 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 really dumb in order to be like the bad kind of guys and get away with this kind of stuff, right? So it's typically good guys. It's typically very, very good guys that are like, look, like you can look at my record, we're gonna put cameras everywhere to make sure you're safe. Like men have to go above and beyond to prove in these situations that they're not crazy. Same kind of thing that you just talked about in the point above, where it's like we're gonna assume that you're bad and you have to prove that you're right. We
Yeah.
don't do that. We don't do that with women. We're just like, hey,
Yeah.
come on in.
Yeah, assumed good. Yeah.
You assume the good, yeah. And so because of that, you're actually in a lot of cases safer with the man because it's like I'm gonna do all these things to make sure that you're safe, right? And so yeah, it's
Yeah.
including
Moral of
with
the story,
nursing.
trust no one, man. Don't trust anyone with your kids. Just don't trust
No.
anyone with your kids.
Mm.
Put in enough guardrails, safety, whatever. Just don't trust anyone. You can't trust anyone now.
And I don't want. And
Yeah.
here's the other thing: I would never, I've said this before a million times. Am and Topher are the best friends I've had my entire life. But if they had kids, if their kids were around me, I would never put myself in a situation to make Ammon or Topher say something about it. Like I'd be like, oh no, go ask your dad, or like, oh no, like your dad's not around. Like you probably want to be around me alone. Like I would never put myself in a situation to make Ammon and Topher be like, what were you doing with my kid over there? Like why were you alone with
Yeah,
my
yeah.
kid? Like I would never put myself in that situation. So I mean, it's like don't trust yourself with your kids, and also like make it clear like that that doesn't make at least I don't think so. I don't think that like Amatofa would be like, well, why is Micah so worried about this? I think it'd be like they'd appreciate the fact that I'm making it
Yeah.
clear, like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to even question this. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And so we can do it on both ends of that. Like just we need to bring back that old school stuff, right? Don't allow women in your home alone. Like just bring back some of this old fashioned stuff where it's like, I know you're a friend. I know this, but like I can't even have this appearance. Like when my wife's
Yeah.
not here, there can be no woman here. Like bring back
Mm.
some of this old fashioned stuff. Like I think that we need more of this where it's
Yeah.
let people know that they can trust you because you're so conservative.
Yes. That's the news, people. Stay informed. Question everything. Laugh anyway.
I have no idea how you don't
Okay.
laugh at that batch, man. Like, man, we have reached some crazy times, boys and girls.
That was wild. It's always good to finish the news on a high note, on a positive note.
I don't even know what the high note. There were so many good ones this week. I don't even know what the high note was.
All right, let's get spiritual.
Spiritual, spiritual. Come on, let's get spiritual. Let's talk spiritual. Let me get you spiritual. Let me get you spiritual. Spiritual, spiritual. Put it down. Give me your spiritual thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Righty. Am I
Man.
up on this?
You want to read it? Yep, you can read
Am I
it.
gonna get spiritual? You can do it, Micah. It's yours.
So this one is as I do with these. If I'm doing the rant, I try to make the spiritual thought tied to it. And
Mm.
so this is so there was this quote from Carlos Issei. I'll never say right. This is from the LDS Student Manual. Fantastic quote. I'll just put a little bit of it here, where he just basically teaches that salt will not lose its savor with age. Savor is lost through mixture and contamination. That's the only way it happens. So like it's not like decay. It's not paying attention to it. It's just you introduce other elements into it, and that's how it loses its savor. So it's through mixture or dilution, right? And then there's this quote from Hugh Nibley here, Babylon, right? Babylon is just as pure in its way as is Zion. It is pure evil, for even good, when it becomes contaminated and perverted, becomes evil. People, this is this hard core language that and truth that people just don't accept anymore. They say, well, if it's 95% good, then it's still good. It's the percentage. And it's like, no. That's why the Nicene Creed is so evil and an abomination in the sight of God. 95% of it can be true, but that 5% that's not true is abominable. You're destroying the fact that God is your father, right? Like these are big deals. So as soon as even a good thing becomes contaminated or perverted, it becomes an evil. And I know it's really hard for people to accept, but it becomes an evil that we need to get rid of. We need to repent of. The main thing is that Babylon and Zion cannot mix in any degree. There cannot be any mixing. Like, well, it's only 5% or only 2%. None. There can't be any. That's why we don't have Zion. There cannot be any mixing. And a Zion that makes concessions ceases to be Zion. It's no longer Zion. So that's how we lose it. It's gone. And so the commitment is that like, can we evaluate our lives this week for a single example of dilution? I'm not saying, oh, let's go out and like try to just do it all once. Can we just think of one thing that maybe that we're adding to our lives, that shouldn't be added? Just a single example of dilution that's costing us our savor and eliminate it this week.
Nice.
That's a great commitment. With some incredible quotes, by the way. Yeah, you can't hate Hugh Nibley. Every time Hugh Nibley is brought up, and anytime some decent quote from Hugh Nibley is spoken, it's like, man, I can do better. He's right. Like, I just love a good example of a humble person showing the way. And he was that guy.
Sweaters and apples. That was him.
Yep.
Lived
Free
very,
lunch.
very, very modestly. Yep. That was it. Can we do it?
Can we do it? You can do it.
We can do it. I get knocked
Nothing
down,
to it.
but I get up again.
You're never gonna keep me down.
You're never gonna keep my salt down. Yeah, something like that.
I get salted down, but I get pure again. You're never gonna Babylon my salty crown. Yeah, it's good.
How
Very good. Oh, okay. Until we wrap her up. Gee. Is that you guys? You guys up?
long? Nope. Nope.
You guys are
No.
wrapping us up?
Nip,
Okay.
nip. Oh.
That wraps us up for the week. Thanks for joining us from your favorite. We're Bothers, by the way. Three
Hooray.
Brothers. We love you guys. A pleasure to be with you. A pleasure to, if you've accidentally clicked on this link and stuck around this long, we would love to hear from you as always. And Jake, our man, if you stuck around, we would like to know, why are you gay? You are gay. Okay. Thanks, guys. We love you. Catch you next week. And we're out.